Brandon Victor Swanson was born on January 30th, 1989, in Marshall, Minnesota, a small agricultural city of about 14,000 residents in Lyon County. His parents, Brian and Annette Swanson, raised Brandon alongside his younger sister in a tight-knit family. Known for his easy smile, responsible nature, and quiet ambition, Brandon graduated from Marshall High School in 2007 and enrolled at Minnesota West Community and Technical College in Canby, where he studied wind turbine technology. While he worked part-time and lived at home, friends say he was thinking seriously about his career path. On the surface, he appeared steady, yet that spring of 2008 would upend everything. On the night of May 13th, 2008, after his final semester classes, he joined friends in Canby for a small celebration. According to neighbors, the gathering was modest, just a handful of college students. A few drinks, not wild, but enough for Brandon to decide to drive home a little later that night. Sometime before midnight, he departed, heading toward his hometown of Marshall, a route he knew well. Shortly after 1 a.m., on May 14th, Brandon found himself on a gravel back road near Lind, Minnesota. As he turned onto a narrow ditch-lined section, his car, a Chevy Lumina, drifted off the roadway and became lodged in a shallow roadside ditch. There was no collision with another vehicle, no broken glass, no visible damage to the car beyond being stuck. The surroundings were sparse, fields stretching into darkness. He climbed out, uninjured, and dialed his parents. His voice, steady at first, told them he believed he was near Lind. The sound of his flashlight clicking on, the car door closing behind him, they were captured in his father's memory. Brian recalled, "He told us, 'I'm in the ditch. I'm okay. Just come get me.'" As they neared the location, Brandon flashed the car's lights several times, but his parents saw nothing but dark outline and unlit fields. Then Brandon said he saw lights in the distance. He thought to be the city of Lind and would walk toward them. This reported decision would mark the last confirmed movement. The conversation lasted approximately 47 minutes. During this time, his father drove on local roads, shining his headlights, trying to locate Brandon, while Brandon walked and talked. Time and again, he reported seeing lights. Time and again, nothing matched the map or the terrain. At around 1:54 a.m., Brandon suddenly exclaimed, "Oh shit." And the call went dead. His phone cut off. His parents called back repeatedly, but received no reply. Brandon was gone. Later that morning, law enforcement discovered Brandon's car abandoned in a ditch near the Lincoln County line, off State Highway 68, about 25 miles from Lind, in the opposite direction of where Brandon told his parents he was. The vehicle had its doors open, no keys, no wallet, just confusion. A K-9 unit traced his scent from the car across a field to the Yellow Medicine River. The trail ended at the water's edge. Multiple ground, aerial, and dog team searches combed the area, up to 122 square miles, but no trace of Brandon was ever recovered. The leading theory is that Brandon walked toward the Yellow Medicine River, lost his way in darkness, fell into the current, and drowned. Supporters of this theory point to the scent trail and his proximity to the riverbank. Yet the absence of a body and the slow-moving nature of the river have raised doubts. A less favored idea is that Brandon chose to vanish and start anew. But friends and family say this contradicts his character. He had goals. He was excited about his future. and he kept his car, his phone, and his life essentially intact until the moment he disappeared. Some speculate that Brandon encountered a stranger or someone unfamiliar, offered him help, and something nefarious occurred. However, no physical evidence, no witnesses, no vehicle tracks, no crime scene supports this adequately. Other theories that circulate online include Brandon suffering a medical emergency. His legally blind left eye may have impaired his night vision. He may have stepped into a farm equipment trench or open pit and suffered an accident or an animal attack in the early darkness. None of these are supported by concrete evidence, but they reflect how many partakers of online forums grasp for answers. One telling anomaly: the mismatch between where Brandon believed he was and where his phone's signal placed him a discrepancy of several miles. If we were to choose the most plausible scenario, we might say Brandon's car drifted into a ditch as he attempted a shortcut in unfamiliar darkness. He called his parents. Feeling unsettled, he exited the vehicle and began walking toward perceived lights. He walked toward the river, lost his direction, and fell victim to an accident in the wilderness. Yet this model fails to explain everything. Why the call ended so abruptly, why the scent trail didn't end in water definitively, and why no body turned up despite years of searching. These inconsistencies keep the case alive. The disappearance of Brandon Swanson transformed the landscape of missing adult investigations in Minnesota. The legislation known as Brandon's Law passed in July 2009, mandating immediate investigation of adults reported missing under suspicious circumstances. His family kept their porch light on for years, while they refused to believe that their son simply vanished without trace. In the end, Brandon's story is a haunting reminder that ordinary nights can turn into unanswered questions, and that a loving family remains forever on the edge of hope and despair.